Assalamualaikum to Madam Sutina and to all my fellow friends. My name is Arlisya Binti Rusli. My metric card number is 2020956899. Today, I'll be explaining about the meaning of economics, scarcity, and also opportunity cost. The first one is meaning of economics. One of the definitions of economic today is economy is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. If we put in simple words, economy is a study of human behavior in relation to their wants. It studies how human beings manage their scarce resources in trying to satisfy their wants. The second one is scarcity. Scarcity means limitation of availability of resources in relation to their wants. That means the available resources are not enough to completely satisfy all the wants. By now, you must have already learned that human beings have unlimited wants. And as the resources with which these wants must be satisfied are limited, we can understand that scarcity is the central economic problem of everyone, including individuals, firms, and the government, and even the whole world. Last but not least, it's opportunity cost. If we decide and choose which one to satisfy with available resources, then there are other ones. We have to leave unsatisfied. We have to forgo something in order to satisfy a want. The one that is forgone is called the opportunity cost. It is also known as the next best alternative. The concept of scarcity, choice, and opportunity cost can be shown in many ways at different levels. For an individual, it may involve choosing the best from the choices available. For example, students may have to choose between doing A-levels and going for a diploma right after finishing SPM. Choosing one option means the other option has to be forgone. A firm may have to choose between different production methods. A government may have to choose between different development projects.
Hello and Assalamualaikum to Madam Sutina Binti Junos. My name is Fahmi bin Farizal. My student ID is 2020907775. Today I'm going to present my part in summary, which is COVID-19 and Movement Control Order MCO. First, I'm going to explain about the COVID-19. The current outbreak of the novel coronavirus epicenter in Hubei province of the People's Republic of China has spread to many other countries. COVID-19 apparently succeeded in making its transition from animals to humans on the Huanan seafood market in Wuhan, China. Recent study indicate that patients above 60 years old of age are at higher risk than children who might be less likely to become infected, or if so, may show milder symptoms or even asymptomatic infection. Malaysia has recorded the highest number of COVID-19 cases in Southeast Asia. The first case was reported on 25 January 2020 involving 3 Chinese nationals from Wuhan who entered Malaysia on 23 January 2020 from Singapore. Next, I'm going to explain other subtopic, which is Movement Control Order MCO. The measure started with entry restriction of selective foreign nationals into Malaysia, as well as self-quarantine of Malaysian and non-Malaysian citizens returning from COVID-19 hotspots, and culminated with the passing and execution of the Movement Control Order MCO. The order escalates travel restriction with section required for all Malaysians travelling overseas, as well as continued medical screening and 14 days quarantines of returning Malaysians. In addition, all foreign visitors are prohibited from entering Malaysia. The MCO saw progressively more stringent enforcement, with roadblocks established across the country and the military force mobilized to enhance MCO enforcement. From 1 April onwards, operating hours of all businesses were limited to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and all citizens were confined to a 10-kilometer travel radius, while travelling for the purchase of essential was limited to only one person at one time for each house.
Assalamualaikum, greetings. My name is Syakir bin Mutalib. My student ID is 2020793731, and I am from BA1112A. Today I'm going to discuss about the effects of MCO or COVID-19 to the tourism sectors. As we all know, MCO really brings a lot of effects, especially to the economies here in Malaysia. This does give effect to the workers, especially in tourism sectors, because they can work like before, and some of them may lose their job. The workers may be asked to work from their home without moving around because of the movement control order, and those who are fortunate will be asked to leave and will be given reparation. For example, a friend of mine whose father works at hotel, which under tourism sectors, will be asked to leave or dismissed from his job, and will be given amount of reparation in exchange. So he made a choice which let go of his job and take the amount of reparation. His father also will be given a choice by his company whether he take the reparation money or dismiss from the job, or he take the job but his salary will be cut down in a certain amount. So his father made a choice which he think the better choice, which is take the reparation money, because he thinks he can start a new business, so he can gain the certain amount of money he made from working there. This shows the concept of opportunity cost, which his father made his choice and forgone the other one to satisfy his needs or his wants.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azfar bin Muhammad Salim. My student ID is 2020575387. There are many types of transportation industry in Malaysia, such as Malaysia Railways System, Malaysia Monorail System, Malaysia Sea Transport, Malaysia Air Transport, and Malaysia Public Transport. During the movement control order, we as human beings need to listen the government to stay at home. So, because of that, it affect the transportation industry because they gain no customer and also gain no profit from it. So, as an example, my father friends who work as a pilot has been offered whether to keep working and get a very low salary or to get fired but get a compensation. So my father friends has choose the opportunity cost, which is get fired and also get compensation. This happened because today human beings are too desperate to get more money in order to survive.
Hello and Assalamualaikum to Madam Sutina. My name is Muhammad Azrai bin Azlan. My student ID is 20252421. Today I'm going to conclude the topics regarding the report that my team members has complete. I can conclude that the pandemic that we face in this era has really affected our current economy. During this COVID-19, Malaysia deflation has declined in the overall amount of price in an economy and a price in the currency buying power. Due to the crisis, the government increased the production and the supplies of goods and services by a decline in aggregates or total demand, or by a decrease in the availability of money and credits. Deflation is what our government is doing to ensure that they are able to make our economy stable. Tourism sector have a big impact on COVID-19, such as hotel, travel companies and others are involved in this sector. Those who are working in the sector have two options, whether reparation or half amount of their salaries. Based on of Malaysian workers that work in tourism sector choose reparation instead of salaries, because they all can bear with their expenses, since we all know that during this pandemic, the price of expenditure will be expensive, costly of resources and high in demand on specific product to keep them safe from the virus. The opportunity cost for tourism sector is the salaries that need to be foregone. In general, transport initiatives that increase overall mobility that strengthen the capacity of companies to provide goods and service and the ability of people to access education, job and service. When employees are unable to afford to pay their workers, the pandemic causes staff to lose their source of income. They only had two options because of their commitment that would not very beneficial to them. These employees have been given opportunity to continue working for the company, but the pay is inconsistent and low, or they will get fired, but the company gets compensation. The worker was given an opportunity cost, which implies that something must be forgotten in order to satisfy their needs and wants. This is when humans are being desperate to get money during the movement control, so they need to think rationally in order to escape this pandemic. Lastly, I would like to say thank you to Madam Sutina for your patience and time. I wish Madam a very good day. Goodbye.